Okay, well, hi there. In this video we will learn how to register a free domain and point it to our server running Webmin, create a virtual host on Webmin, set up a DNS and bind settings, and create a FTP user account for that domain. So let's get started. First of all, I would like to go to freenom.com, myfreenom.com, and then try to find a free domain. Let's see if this one, yes, this one is free, so let's take it. So let's get it now. So, and let's check out. So it will be futu.tk. Okay, I would like to register it for 1 year, and then here for 12 months, and I will click on use DNS. In the IP address here, I'm gonna type my DNS, my server IP, which I can find in Webmin or Virtualmin, doesn't matter, and then system information, and then it will show you your system host name or IP. Just copy that, and that's, by the way, that's your external IP. So I'm gonna go to my DNS settings on the registrar side, and then continue. Okay, so I already have an account with them, so if you don't do that, enter your email here, and you're good to go. So I'm gonna log in, and I have everything set automatically. So okay, and then you will have just to complete your order. You can do this. I have read and complete order, and then that's it. So if you want to see your domains, click on my domains, and here you can see all the free domains that you have purchased before. So as I said, we are mostly interested in this futu.tk. So if I click on it, for now it will take me to my VPS, to the main page, to the default page. So let's try that, and then server not found. That's good. Well, that's not really good for now, but we will fix that. Okay, so now let's go and create. We finished with domain, creating a free domain. So this is our free domain now. Okay, let me just copy that. I'll need it later. And then I will go to Virtualmin and go to create a virtual server. So I will go to servers, Apache, web server, and here I will create a virtual host. But before creating this, I would like to go to an FTP client and create a folder for that virtual host. So I will go to my FTP of choice. Then I will go to root, home. Inside home, I will create a folder, and I'll call this folder the same name as my domain. Inside that folder, I will create another folder, and I will call it www. Okay, so good. That's my path, or root path that I'm going to use for my virtual host. So let's go back to create virtual host, and then here document root, that's the document root. We're just gonna paste that here, or you can browse it, but just I like it that way. So specific address here, okay, specific address, this is very important. You have to type the address of your remember here, of your VPS. So let me just open it in new. I forgot what was it again. Okay, in the meanwhile, so that's it. Yes, you just need the path and the port. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna type the IP here, and for the port we want to use the port HTTP. And okay, the server name is very important. You have to change it to your whatever you registered in here. So in my case it's futu.tk, so I will do that. So, okay, so we don't need to specify anything here, nowhere. Okay, let's create it. And then we have, oh, why it's showing any. So here I didn't have exactly what I want, so let's do it again. It was blind, so it was here, and then I think I didn't change the, this check mark. So that's it, and I'm gonna save, and then I have everything is okay. So at this point, if I click on my open URL, let's open it in new tab, and you can see that it's going to the default path, which is not exactly what I want. I wanted to go to this. By the way, let's put a hello word here or something like that. So I'm gonna just copy some index file, and this index file will have just a hi text. It says hi something. So this is definitely not the main page. And what I want to do, I want to this futu.tk to point to that folder, which is this place. So that's the main purpose of virtual hosts. Okay, so how do we do that? Once we are satisfied with this, we go and create a DNS records stuff, so bind DNS servers and etc. Okay, let's do that. So far we've done, we registered the free domain, done. So I'm gonna, and then create a virtual host on Webmin. We did that, and now we are in the set up the DNS and bind settings. So before I move on, I would like to show you just index.html. It has just hi, so nothing fancy inside this. So we should see a hi word, not the whole PHP info settings. So again, and also to save some time, I took some screenshots of a working template. So so those are the files that we will be dealing with. So we will go and set up for this virtual host. We have to set up the address records, the networking address, NS records, and virtual server options. So those are the 4 steps that we have to deal with. So I will go and open the DNS bind settings servers. And here we have to go to create master zone, and in domain network and etc. I'm gonna open this this for create master network, sorry. So here do I okay, and here master server. For the master server you will type your IP again, so we'll keep it in hand. Email address, you can type your email address, whatever here your email. So your email at for example futu.com, whatever. So just leave this default settings and keep it forward. IP address for template records. Actually, this is the IP, sorry. And here you just have to repeat the domain network, so it will be your domain name here and domain name here again without a www. Okay, let's create it. Okay, by default it will give you this menu, edit master zone, and by default it will give you a name server. You have one name server. So first, number one, we will set up the addresses. Number two, name servers. So one, addresses. Two, name servers. Addresses. You leave it blank. You leave it blank, and here you type your address, which is IP address. Sorry. Yes, not just the domain name. Sorry. So for now, create is not a valid IP. Yes, it was an IP. Sorry about that. So again, oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Let's create the first one, and then we will do the same thing with www. And don't worry about dot, not dot, whatever, it will create it by default. So you have the www.foo2.tk dot default, and then the IP. What else do we need to do? So I'm going to show you a template here. So address records. So here address records, and that's how it should look like. So you will have www, FTP, NS1, NS2, server, webmail or mail, TS3. I don't know. I'm not sure about this one. So I will just pause the video and have them all done. So it's the same thing. Okay. Okay. So I'm all done. I just it was the same thing. I just have to type FTP and then here the IP and add it, and then and so on with the other records. Okay. So that's why they call them records. So it's a database here. So foo2 okay, everything is done. After that, okay, let's go back to record types, and then we are done with addresses. Let's go to the name servers. So here in the zone, and again I will go to my help here, name server records. Is that yes, name server records. So here what we have the name, and this one you already have, you have one, and then we will create the NS1 and NS2. So we just have to type NS1 and NS2. So zone name, domain name, and here we just have to type ns1 dot our domain name. Okay, and create it. Same thing with ns2 and add it. So we have ns1 is pointing to our domain, and ns2 is pointing to our domain too. What else? So far we are doing a good job here. The next step will be to apply the configuration that we just made. So let's apply configuration. Okay, no problem. If you have any problem, you will have an error message here. And if you have an error message, don't worry, just go and delete whatever you've done. So you've probably done something wrong. And then apply zone. Okay, stop bind and start bind. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention about, which is very important, it's the zone defaults. So if you again, to come to this bind DNS server, you just click on bind DNS server and come to this point, and here where is my foo2 here? This one. So I'm done with it. Oh, there is one thing, edit zone options, I guess. No, sorry. Okay, where was it? Okay, so it was in Apache web server, I guess. And then you click on your virtual server, network and addresses, and yes, here, add the www to your domain. And if you want, you can add any subdomain, so star dot your domain again, and save that. So like that, we are almost done. Next, we save our changes, and I think that's all. We just have to stop Apache, apply changes, and stop Apache. Restart Apache, and that's all. So stop it, then start again. And let's try it. So foo2, and we should see something like hi, or let me just open it in a new tab. And yes, it's working. So again, if you change your text file, for example here, hi, something like that, I'm not very okay, and then upload it again. And by the way, yes, I am in root, by the way, so we have to create an FTP account for this guy, so we don't want to play with root. So let's try again, refresh, and then you can see it's working fine. Okay, next we'll be creating an account, an FTP account. So we're done with this, and that's next. Create a user FTP account for that domain. Just one thing, after we create a user account, we have to change the owner of that folder. So we will create a username, and this username will belong to the FTP group, and this username which belongs to FTP group, they will be the owner of this folder, yourdomain.ml. So they will be the owner of this folder, which is foo2.tk in our case, foo2.tk. We want to give the ownership to someone, to the user. Okay, and then we will give the privileges to that user to put data and so on. So first, let's create that user. So let's go again to our webmin, and then this time we will go to System and Users and Groups. And here you can see all the users in the VPS, and we will create a new one. So create a new user, and then give him a name. Let's say let's stick with foo2, and then it will generate automatic ID for the user. The real name foo2, doesn't matter. Home directory, here we would like to give the directory for this user is this directory, so we want him directly to go to this place. So yes, so we can either give him this or this. So let's give him this one. Okay, so let's do that. Directory here, paste. And in the shell here, you have to change it to okay, so sbin root, sbin no login. The password will be normal, and let's give him a password. So normal password foo2, whatever. I'm gonna stick with this foo2. And in the groups, where is the groups? Existing group. Well, you can either give him a new group or existing groups. And then in the existing groups, we will choose FTP. So we can either type or just pick one of the groups who are already here. So the FTP. Okay. Would you like to create a home directory for this guy? No. Copy template? No. And create user in other modules? No. Okay. And then I'm not sure about this one. Create user in other modules. Let's just create no for now. We can always add him for other modules if we want to later. Okay, create that. And then we have created a new user foo2 here, and he belongs to the FTP group. So now, if I log out from my root, if I go to FileZilla and then go to foo2.tk, and our user is foo2, and the password was, what was the password? Foo2, I guess. Let's try to connect if we can do that. Yes. And yes, we are connected, and we can see that we are connected to our FTP server. Just one thing, we can't modify something. If we want, if you can see, you can create the folder, and then you will have permission denied. And to change that, we have to change the owner of that folder. So let's do that. So let's change the owner, and we will use this command. So let's go to SSH, and I don't know, am I connected? Nope. So let me open a new SSH prompt, and then where am I? So I will make a CD, I guess. Can we do that? Yes. And then where am I again? Yes. So we would like to change the ownership of this folder. So this folder, I just copied it, so I'm gonna do that. Paste this, and then user. Who is the user? We said it's a foo2 user, and then we're good to go. And this -r is recursive, means whatever is inside will be affected to the user foo2 and to the group FTP. So let's do that. And then we change the owner. We should be able now to create a folder and do whatever we want. So let me create a new folder, and then yay, it's working now. So there is no problem. I can delete, I can create, I can do whatever I want. And that's how we create a FTP account user for that domain. So as you can see, this user cannot access any other folder except this specific folder for his domain. So that concludes this video. So far we've seen how to register a free domain, and you can do that with professional websites. No, you don't have to work with free domains. You can choose your own domain for about, I guess, $11, $12. And we saw how to create a virtual host on a Webmin, how to set up DNS and bind settings, and how to create an FTP account. What's next? Maybe I will be working on another video how to create an MySQL account. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.